Hello, sweets, beautiful souls. I just want to talk about this new storyline that has been going around about shedding. I don't even know what I don't know. It's kind of weird because it's been said that people who had the V can infect people without the V in such a negative way that it will stay with you for the rest of your life. And I think that's a very big, well, storyline indeed. And it's purely fear based. And I would love to tell you something about how I see it. And I just want to give a little bit more light about the situation in another way. So, and it's, take it or leave it. I mean, if it doesn't resonate with you, that's perfectly fine with me as well. Just needed a little of this. Mm. So, my take on this whole shedding thing is, well, actually, it came like a surprise to me because you know what? In my reality, it has always been that we are influencing each other, the good or the bad way. It's always been like this. So now this whole shedding thing becomes like something new and dangerous, and it really perpetuate the divide even more, so that we can become more scared of all these invisible enemies around us, because you never know who has or hasn't had, So that's a little bit this. It's a little bit crazy. So I understand, of course, why this storyline is really in the face right now. But my take on this, my view on this is we've always been influencing each other, especially when you have this resonance inside of you. So, for example, um, I think most of you can relate, you're stepping in a room or you're just somewhere and you feel all of a sudden you feel very strange or sad or down or what have you. And then you can, do two things. You can or leave and realizing, hey, that was not my frequency. I was not feeling depressed. I was not feeling down. So it's, something there. Or you can really make it your own and say, oh my God, I think I'm starting to getting depressed now. What's happening to me? I'm feeling sad. And at that time, you know, you are making it your own. You are really clinging onto that emotion or that experience or that sensation. So you're having a resonance now with the resonance of the room. And guess what? Now the room is influencing you. But actually, you are influencing yourself because you are attaching to that emotion. Or let's say um, there is a person next to you and she just had this horrible, horrible news, but you don't see her. She's with your back, so you don't see her face, and you're just standing there. And all of a sudden, you feel tremendously amount of sadness. Yes. So at the same time, you can do the two things. You can say, oh, well, I am not sad at all. So I don't know what this is, but must be some kind of a cloud of sadness that's just, floating by. You don't attach to it. You just, say, hey, this is not my frequency. This is not in my reality. I'm not sad. So just, so the energy will move along. Or you can attach to the sadness, make it your own, and think, oh my God, I'm sad, I'm feeling sad, what's happening to me? And at that time, you have this resonance in you, you attach to this cloud of sadness, and in the same moment, she is influencing you, she's influencing your energy field. But really what happens is that you allow the influence to become your own. For me, this is the same thing that happens with this shedding thing. If you believe, if you are very, very sure, if you have this belief system in you that you have to be afraid for people who had the V because they have this, I don't know, a gray, yucky energy around them, and they can influencing you because you believe you have this resonance of fear in you. So if someone who has the V comes along, you have this resonance together, and guess what? That person will influence you. Not really the case. You're letting yourself getting influenced by that person because you have the resonance. So make sure, what do you choose? What do you want to believe? Do you really want to believe to be afraid of people who have the V? Do you really want to be afraid of the invisible people? No, not invisible people, but the invisible, how do you say that? Oh yeah, in enemies. Because now you have this, you know, tremendous amount of fear around you with all those people that you do not know if they had a V or not. So how are you looking outside then? Do you really want to be afraid? Is that your choice? I mean, if that is your choice, then that's okay. But I just want to tell you, you have another choice as well. You have a choice of sovereignty. You have the choice to choose that you are the one in control, that you're not afraid. You do not even have this resonance in you, but you just believe that you are stronger than that resonance. You are stronger than any belief system. You believe that you are strong in your own power. You're taking control of your power. You're choosing you instead of that you're giving your power away to someone who has the V and potentially could, you know, well, what does it say? Infect you or influence you? I don't know what the storyline really is because I don't, watch the news or stuff like this. But it's very interesting because clients come to me and have these fears. So, you know, we are clearing the blocks. We are clearing the fears of this new storyline, and then they are free. They can choose their own reality. But really, look in yourself. What do you want to choose? Do you really want to choose the fear side of it? Or do you want to choose your heart, your love, your sovereignty, and believe in yourself? If you want to have a belief system, well, believe this. Believe that you are a very powerful being, that you have a very powerful resonance, and that your frequency is high and strong enough to, you know, um, for anything that comes your way. But you have to believe. Don't be afraid. Because if you're afraid, you have the resonance, you know? And there was something else. I mean, oh yeah. And also because it really, they make it like something new is happening, that people can influence other people. It's always been like that. It's nothing changed. That's what I told you about the room and the person. We've always been this way. It's not like that this all of a sudden is something new because of the V, because it's not. We've always been very sensitive to influence of other people, other resonance, other people's frequencies, if we do not know that we have this frequency and resonance inside of us. If we have these things in us, we can be influenced by other people. That's why they say take responsibility of what you read, what you see, whom you're seeing. I mean, what kind of people you have around you, what you're watching, what kind of movies you watch, because everything can be an influence on your energy fields. What else? Oh, the good side. I want to tell you more about the good side as well. So important, because now I'm really focused, on be careful, the resonance. You have to be taking control of your resonance. But it also has this beautiful side. Also, the other side is we influence each other also, on the bright side. So, if I go to my work, you know, I'm working, I'm taking care of mentally ill people. So, if I'm going to work, the patients that I'm working with are smiling at me like, yay, you're here. So it's going to be a sunny day. They're happy because they see me, they see my face, they say they already smile because they know, they love my energy. That's what they really say. They're really telling me they love my energy, they love my smile. So I am influencing those people as well, because inside of them they have this resonance to feel good, to have this, you know, potential of love and joy. That's why I can influence them in a very positive way. And for sure, I know that you have tons of examples of yourself, that you're walking into a room, that people are smiling at you, or that you influence people on a very positive and very uplifting, manner. So we influence each other all the time. Everything influences us all the time. The food we eat, the things we read, the things we see, the friends we have, the spouses, what have you. Everything is resonance and everything influences one another. So don't make this shedding thingy so big, like this is something new, like this has never been happened before, you know like now this can influence that. It's always been that way. So it's nothing new, only the knowledge now that you can choose something different. You can choose sovereignty. You can choose you. You can choose that you are a sovereign being, that you are ownership of your own frequency, and that you are very powerful, and that you control you and nothing else. But you have to choose it. You have to believe it. But if you want to choose fear because you want to have this experience, by all means, of course. You can do that as well, because there is no right, there is no wrong. It's just experience. And maybe you want first to be, first to experience the fear, and then you want to experience something else. That's okay too. But know that you have choices, because now this storyline just gives you one narrative. I don't like one narrative. I want to choose wisely with my heart, if possible. Yeah. So, well, this was my message to you. I hope it resonates. And if not, it's okay to just take it or leave it. This was my light on this topic. So, thank you for watching, and I love you, and take care.